take two, because I almost stopped myself. Um, I just, I'm not, this is my first time making videos, so I don't really have control over what I'm going to say, what I don't yet, because I barely ever make videos of anything, if unless it's just me and Alex playing video games um for Instagram or something like that. But so long story short, I kind of wanted to start making videos for YouTube because I don't see a lot of long form content about artists who do clip studio and stuff like that, because I want to get better at clip. It's just that as you can probably no doubt aware, and any digital artist will probably empathize with this. If you start a new digital program, it's a little daunting, to say the least, because you're faced with all of these little bits and bobs and you don't really know what any of them do. And that's me. I'm faced with all these little bits and bobs and I don't hardly know what any of them do, but I do my best anyways. But we're gonna try to shoot for a 20-minute video in this one. Um, I don't know how well that's gonna do, because, like I said, this is my first video, and I don't know if I have 20 minutes worth of thoughts in my brain right now that isn't complaining about my roommate or whinging about personal problems, which will probably we'll save that for the future, maybe, if you're good. But another reason why I wanted to kind of start working on my own thing here is because I never hardly get the opportunity to talk about any of my characters, outside of talking with my girlfriend, of course. And I just wanted to maybe share them with people so that, you know, maybe someone else could get inspired by it and stuff like that. Because as you can see, I'm drawing two Inklings and some weird Pikachus, and there's a Bowser in the background. Um, there's a Gengar, a Haunter, and um, this is a close species character that Alex owns, and we're going to be filling this out completely because I started working on this based on kind of like a personal challenge that I gave myself, where I go through my card collection, because I collect tarot cards and bicycle cards and just card games in general. And I pick out a card and I draw my own version of it. And I got two Maki a 2 point Maki roll from Sushi Go, and this is what I'm I'm drawing for it, is a 2 point Maki roll card. And um I'm kind of struggling with the motivation to finish it, because like I typically do, I'll make a really big drawing or a sketch in my sketchbook, and I just don't know how to finish it at all. So we're gonna try to fix that by actually working on it instead of sitting here and zooming in and out on it. Um, but oh, wrong layer. Um, but that's the long and short of it. And I didn't dox myself this time. But in case anyone was wondering what you refer to me as, my name is Jace. The pronouns are he, him. Um, my username is Epic Failure literally everywhere. I guarantee you that I'm the only person in the fucking universe that uses that name for anything. So you can probably, I put my link tree down there. There's a donation link, but there's also like other stuff there. Like I've got my Mercari, I've got my Flight Rising and my Drag Cave and all that good stuff in case anyone would want to follow me on those places. Because I love having friends to play with on Flight Rising and stuff like that. I was thinking about adding my Neopets and everything else too eventually. Um, but that's a lot of links, and I play a lot of Pet Sims, so it's probably why I'm not so good at the Clip Studio thing just yet. Is because I'm too busy playing Pet Sims all the time. But it is what it is. You love things. You make time for the things that you love. You make time for the things that you're good at too. And yes, I'm not gonna like mince words here. I think that I'm good at drawing. You may very well disagree, but like I'm pretty sure that if okay, so if you can put a pencil to paper and make a mark across a page and it turn out decently well, like you can draw. Like I've seen people that have just like, oh no, I can't draw, and they can draw really really well. Like, for instance, my mom, she draws a whole lot, but if you lay like a piece of paper and an image you want her to copy like near identically next to her, she'll draw it like a photocopier. She's talented and she won't realize it. And just like anyone who is watching this and you think that you're bad at drawing, um stop it. Get some help. Because you're not as bad as what you seem. Um, and I like to think that nobody's bad at artwork. Nobody. Like that's why like I've gotten a little bit better about saying, "Oh, I'm not good at artwork," because everyone's good at artwork. It wouldn't be exactly fair of me, especially to myself, if I was like, "Oh, everyone's good at artwork," but then I'd be like, "Oh no, I'm not good at artwork." So, um everyone is. You just gotta keep doing it, and I promise you it'll get better. Um, but let me get off of my soapbox for a second there and keep drawing this little Mega Maki. Oh yeah, there's another video game that's referenced in here. Bug Snacks. I love Bug Snacks so much. Little bunger's so cute. I think my favorite Bug Snack is actually the Cob Hopper. Um, because A, it's a pain in the ass to catch, and B, it just sounds so cute. Like my my icon on Den of Angels, if anyone knows what that is a cob hopper. Um, just so you know, do you guys have a favorite bug snack? If so, let me know in the comments. I think I hit all of the the criteria for being a YouTube. I mentioned the comments. I mentioned my link tree and my donation link. Does that mean I'm a YouTuber now? But don't feel pressured to like donate or anything like that. I don't even have a Patreon set up. I just want I just want to show my artwork. Maybe have a chance to kind of like have like leave behind like a mark of maybe digital diary entries where we're seeing that I'm actually working on my artwork and not like I don't know sitting on the couch half asleep like I want to do um watching YouTube videos all day. So I'm actually really proud of myself. I got the dishes done, which doesn't sound like a lot because you know everyone should be doing their dishes and stuff like that, but it can be hard. It's hard to motivate yourself to do stuff you don't exactly want to do sometimes. So, I know the perspective is off a little bit on this table. I'm not worried about it. That's either going to be a future me problem or it's going to be a problem I don't even fix. I think it looks fine. Well, no, obviously it doesn't look fine because if you're looking down at a table like this, you're not going to see these plates like this. There's going to be like a lip, and you're going to see a little bit of the bottom and stuff like that. But I think that like I can get away with some perspective stuff in this because this is supposed to be just a straight bar across the back of the restaurant, but you see it wrap around here. So I'm thinking that maybe I can get away with playing a little bit with some of the perspective and stuff like that. Um, but I need to learn how to talk and draw at the same time. I feel like I have to hold my breath whenever I do pen work. I'm so used to like, 'cause I'm mostly a traditional artist. I'm so used to whenever I do stuff with like say like brush and ink that you have to be the stillest, you have to be still enough to hear a pin drop 3 miles away next to a frog fart. And you know, you don't have to do that with the with clip because you have a nifty little control Z button. Mm. I may have to, oh shit, almost dropped my pen. I may have to go back and fix that just real quick. We're gonna go back down to the last layer with this eraser. I'm gonna make this look a little prettier. Also, I know what you're thinking. Like, if they're eating sushi in a restaurant, why isn't the Mega Monkey on a plate? And my theory for the why the Megamaki is not on a plate is because this is just a Megamaki head for decoration. Um, they are not actually consuming Bug Snack, or as you probably know from the game, they would not be having their squid fingers still here if they were consuming Bug Snack. Or does it only affect Grumpuses? I don't know. Someone like tell me if a squid would eat a bug snack, would they still have their squid fingers? Would they still have their squid limbs? Or would they just turn into the bug snack, you think? Okay, I think that's starting to look a little bit better. Try not to make it look a little too penisy or anything like that. Make that come over just a little bit. If anyone's curious, I can talk about my characters, but I just mostly wanted this to be a Jason sticking his toes on the end of the artist YouTube and hoping that nobody mean will show up because I I don't like mean people. That's one of the reasons why I've been so cagey about even trying to make a YouTube because, you know how it goes. You know how it goes. Oh, okay. I did it. It looks better. Another thing about doing this whole video thing is that like the more I work on this and the more I actually like sit here and like do things with like all these itty bitty details and stuff, I feel like I'm getting more stuff done. Um Even if I am sitting here zooming in and out over and over again and talking about stuff that probably isn't even related to the drawing that I'm doing. I mean, I'd rather be doing this and creating something like a video than sitting there um, zooming in and out in silence, trying to figure out where I'm even going to start drawing. It may be like someone out there will find these videos and be like, oh, well, that's pretty neat, but maybe you could do this, this, or this, or use this brush, or, you know, maybe something like that can help, because something that I've learned with clip is that like the sketch and the line art are nothing compared to whenever you start to color it, because coloring is 80% of a digital art in my opinion. Like, just getting over the hurdle of doing your line art, and after you do that initial sketch is just, then you're daunted with the task of actually putting the color on it, and the color is what makes it look good, because like making good line art is, there's a million tutorials out there on how to make good line art, and if you know how to outline something whenever you're drawing physically, it makes it easier to know what good line art is. Like, oops, that wasn't, like, for instance, like, okay, so for example here, I bet you, whenever I did the line of the countertop here, I did not use a line like this line tool down here. I tried using it, but I was very disappointed with how it came out. So what I did was I just zoomed out really far, and I just made a really quick mark across it like that, and it came out mostly straight. Um, and that's how I would do like straight lines for like perspective shots whenever I would do like ink stuff in person, and it helps. Like knowing stuff traditionally helps, I think, whenever you come to digital. But like for people who just already know digital, like you already, I feel like there's a whole world you already know about that I'm not even touching on. I feel like it's hidden knowledge that I have no access to. Um, I am really jealous of like digital artists though. They are, to be able to put up with like just so many different programs until you figure out which one is the right one. I mean, I guess in a way it kind of is like finding, like, it's kind of like when you're in high school and like your mom buys you a crappy sketchbook and you're like, "Oh, well, I mean, it's all I got because we're poor and dirt and we can't exactly be picky about our sketchbooks." But then you're in college and you get to buy a good sketchbook and you finally figure out what was wrong the whole time. Like, I'd say that's kind of comparable to going through your different programs on like a tablet or like on a computer, because I used to try to draw on Clip Studio for the computer. I actually have it for my computer that I never use because I thought that it would just transfer over to the Android, which is, I should have known better. But it is what it is. I don't mind paying $5 a month for Clip. It's not that bad. Um, it's not as bad as like, I would love to have Adobe Photoshop, but like it's made for iPads, it's made for Mac computers, and I would rather go play in traffic than play on a MacBook or a iPad, because I've been raised on Windows and I've been raised on Android, so it's hard to switch is what I'm getting at. It's hard to switch between the two. I did I'd have whenever I was in college, they only had Macs in their computer lab, so it was kind of like a crash course kind of learning thing whenever I was in college. But that's why I actually know just like one or two things about it. But like buying a computer and then not using it for anything other than like one program is just a little expensive. I mean, I can't really say anything. I really want a Windows 7 laptop so I can play some old point and clicks on it too. Um, but ooh, wavy line. All right, we are just about coming up on 20 minutes. I'm gonna finish up this little. Oh God. I'm going to finish up this little sign here. Maybe. Maybe not. There it is. We are going to erase this part, though, because that looks like garbage. Looks like pee pee poo poo head. Alright. Beautiful. Ish. I mean, it looks like one of the chews was chewing on the corner of it, which, I mean, I wouldn't put it past this one, but Soma kind of keeps him in line. That's why he looks so frustrated. So, there we go. Yeah. Alright. There we go. There's some nice progress I've made. I've moved the chews over. I've outlined some of the Mega Maki. I tried to work on Chauncey, but I forgot my phone in the living room, so I don't really have my phone to look up a reference for a Bowser head. Um, I did my intro, and all that good stuff. So, yeah. Please be nice to me. This is my first time on YouTube. I guess I'll see you in the next video.